Hopefully we're good. Can you hear me? I don't know. I had to like unplug my mic to do something. So ran out of USB. Let's see. Back. I'm tired. Okay. Hi, welcome. Let me start off with that. Hello. Let's see. I'm just trying to get myself organized here. I should organize my thoughts before saying them. How we doing? Welcome over Horizon. Thank you very, very genuinely a lot for being a member. That's why they got the green text, a little tiny green muffin to be like, oh wow, you got a little muffin. They are supporting me by being a YouTube member. They're able to get a cute little muffin, and I think they also get little emojis that I set up, some little custom ones. Do I have my own? I think I can send them too, I think. But yeah, here's one. Welcome, Cookie. How you doing? Yeah, so only people that are members were able to send like emojis like this, which have the little cute little derpy ones and a Yeti one. I'll just show them all. There you go. Here's the rest of them. So, if you wanted to send those, you have to be a member by clicking the join button. I think it's either $2 or $3 a month. I forgot. You guys can fact check me on that. It is only $2 a month. But yeah, so that's fun. Cookie's my moderator, so I think probably don't need to be reverse, supporting, I guess, by having to pay me for it, I guess. But yeah, let's see. I'm almost comfy here. Let's see. So stiff too. I was drawing too much over the last week. Let's see. How you guys doing? How you guys doing? Let's see. We'll get started in just a bit. I think we'll just make sure everyone is doing okay. Let everyone in before we get too started on this, I guess. Well, it wasn't really exactly last week, but at least the last stream on Sunday went pretty well. I actually had a lot of fun. We did doodling, and I guess you could watch the VOD to see. I think I'll just bring myself in. That's be more better. Okay. Hello. Let's see if I can open this. There we go. Okay. Yeah, it was really fun. I just kind of just hung out. I was like just so stressed from like working on application for a big thing, and everything crossed. Hopefully, I'll get accepted, but that'll be a huge life change. Huge if I get accepted. So I've just been drawing myself to the bone of just like trying to, because they want a portfolio, and I realized that they want stuff that I don't quite have. So I was like, wait a minute, I had to draw a whole bunch of new stuff to meet their recommendations and stuff. Let's put music on. There we go. So I was like, wait a minute, I have to draw all this stuff now. I don't have that, so I had to like spend the last week making like 5 new pictures. So, and then just do so much work and stuff for it. Like write a whole essay, basically. Write a like up to 3-page essay that they wanted. So I was like, So I spent the whole last week just doing that. So it was nice to take a little break on the stream to just like not worry about quality. And we just drew a whole bunch of derpies in different scenarios and such. So it was really nice. Not trying to be so stressed about like, oh man, am I showing my, good qualities and drafting good skills and stuff. So nice change there. Oh yeah, thanks. Yeah, just kind of quickly with the hair, I had to like quickly put my headband on. I did it like the last 20 minutes, so if it's not perfect, it's better than it initially was, so I'm okay with that. Let's just say the hairband is push my hair in a different position. Oh no. What do we want? Let me open my... I have a note somewhere for the story. I feel like that's a good idea. Is that when you have the story, just like starting out, you're like, oh, I have an idea for a story, and it just comes to you. Mine just comes to me out of the blue. So, or I'm like just trying to make it work, and I'm like, huh, what if this kind of story happens? I just kind of write it down. So I just wrote this out. I'll just read it out, and then we'll work on it, I guess. It's only on my phone. So let's see. Why would I just read it verbatim? The Crusher Girls style, in quotes. Morning, Derpy and Buff Muff riding two-seater bike into city. They order a muffin in a cafe. Jeff is waiter. Buff, airplane's muffin piece on fork to Derpy. She misses and chops on his hair. And then they bike out of town, and then both laying on grassy hill. Buff sees a cloud. He points to a muffin-shaped cloud. Derpy is happy and curls close to Buff. He puts his arm on her arm. The end. So it's going to be pretty short, but there's going to be a lot of complicated scenes. And then I also wrote repeat with differences, because I kind of like doing that, whereas like having an A and B version where it'll be, because I used to, YouTube shorts were like limited to 1 minute, so it was kind of nice to have like a 30-second short, but then I can extend the watch time hours if I just like duplicate the video. But I was like, well, if I'm going to duplicate it, I might as well make differences. So I was like, well, let's do some repeat with differences. So they swap sides when ordering. Jeff can be a different waiter, just different ideas. And Derpy sees a cloud, it's a different time of day or something. So little ideas for like that. So we'll just work on that now. Always good to have Buff Muff. Let's see, I added them into here, I think. Made up a library. I had to like manually add them to the library, so I just did that also this morning. Here he is, in all his buff glory. Somewhere around here. Here he is. Add him in. Boop. Fix that. Add a peg. But yeah, otherwise I've just been super tired. So this is actually a nice pace that I can actually just kind of work on kind of what I want, I guess. And this will be fun. Yeah, let's add Derpy. So I have different versions. I got our chibi version. Then I got Crusher Girls. Add her in. Load her in. She's a bigger puppet. She has more size and master controllers. Where'd she go? Beep. There you are. You're a little intersecting. Don't do that. Get out of there. There you go. I should have like a height chart or something. I just kind of go with like something like that, where like her top of her top of her head is like close to her buff up's like nose, I guess. Guess I have to make their shoes about the same size. I don't know. Something like that. Be relative height difference. Does that look good? I think so. All these little bubbles and shapes up here are like just for OGL controllers, which are just little shortcuts so I can talk to a specific node quicker. But this one talks to this node. Otherwise I have to like, because this one's so high up the hierarchy that to get to it I have to like go through a whole bunch of like little pieces, go through. So it's just nice to have a little visual thing that I could just shortcut to like a higher hierarchy thing, so I can squash and stretch her. Don't think I didn't have to rig Buff Muff too much, because it was only in that 2 shots, basically, in the another Derpy set, so I didn't have to make a full turnaround, which I think is in here. Here's my master controller for Derpy. So I can spin her head with this little slider, or I can spin her body to do this little side view. But yeah, Buff Muff doesn't have that. Hello. Welcome, Judd. Buff Muff doesn't have that, so I can't really spin her. Whoa! Spin her around. Spin Buff Muff around. So it was only in the front view. But I do have Buff Muff's disappeared because you only got the 1 frame. But yeah, Derpy's got a lot of different angles. I don't know if I really. Did I talk too much about? I think I. Oh yeah, it's actually come back to me. I was like, did I ever show the puppets themselves too much? In another Derpy sets much? And I think I did. I think I animated a couple shots, but I didn't really explain too much of all of this. Here's all the LGO controllers. Jeez. Okay. Let's start with storyboarding it. I just wanted to have something visual for you. Don't need that. But yeah, welcome, Judd. We are gonna work on the Valentine's video. So hopefully I'll get it done by the 14th. I'm thinking about uploading it on the 14th. So we'll see how that goes. Let's see. Oh, Derpy meets Buff Muff, just a match of Dr. Hooves looks at him. Ooh. Ooh, that's good. Because I have the cafe. So I could just put a whole bunch of, like, background characters. And I could have, like, a little, yeah, little thing of Dr. Hooves being there. And him being like, huh? That'd be good. That's a good idea. I still have some. Do I need these? Looks like I'm reusing some of Harshwinny's colors. I'm just noticing some text stuff. Interesting. Because I just want a color here to start out with for my storyboard. Make this the storyboard. Okay. Ah, it's so nice to get back onto this. I've just been working way too hard this last week. Well, today is actually the first deadline for the application. They have like one that's later. One's like April 1st, and one's like in July for a fall thing. So yeah, everyone cheer me on that. Hopefully I'll be able to get applied. So I think it'd be fun. I can't talk about what it is well enough that, well, I guess I just don't want my coworkers to know about it, so it's a little bit of a secret with them. Because I don't want to say to them that I'm applying for this, so don't tell my coworkers that that'll upset them. That I'm even doing any of this, so they don't know about it. So I don't want to talk about it more of what it is too much, the nature of it at all. So hopefully, if I do get in, then it'll be not great for my work if I get applied. So yeah. But yeah, here's hoping that I actually get in. I guess. Yeah. SP comp. I'm just so happy I'm able to just work on this now. Let's see. Welcome, Mike. How you doing? Oop, there you go. Actually, this, yeah, I was gonna get rid of it and then restring it over here. There we go. Okay, so I got that. I'm just building up my nodes. Could make a template that has like this. Kind of a template version of all the stuff I usually use. Like I usually put a camera, and then I have a storyboard, and then I have a background over here, and then my characters. So I could make a template like that. Never thought about it. It's just like the default of Toon Boom, so it's just like I have to click on so many different things to be like, I don't want that, I need to change this. I don't need TGA. I need PNG, I need it in color and alpha, I need it to be 16. I need the display, you know, I need the camera, I need a background eventually too. BK background. Composite. For that. Okay. So that's the basics. Right, Derpy? Yeah. Wow. It could just be up to the side as my model sheet, I guess. So when I inevitably draw the moth model, we'll know just how bad I can draw her. And be like, look, it's her. Wow, wee woo. And then I'll be like, oh, whoops. Perfect. I mean, no one's gonna see it. Only, you know, I usually just send my storyboard videos to my patrons as a video. So, only patrons really only get to see them if they actually choose to watch them anyway. Most patrons just kind of like, just want to support me. And not really like the stuff that I send them, so I don't know. Not enough support to actually care when I send stuff to them that's exclusive. I don't know. Welcome, Healy. How you doing? I'm just setting up my notes. I'm just prepping my scene here. Don't need to name these, but obviously it's a little easier on the eyes to be like, what, comp 1, huh? Oh, BK comp. Oh, okay, you know. Yeah, we got members. If you click the join button down below, you can see all the details. I can help you with that too. And just remind everyone, I don't want to keep advertising it too much, but I'll just quickly see if I can. Actually, that was good to have open. Okay. Meta. Boop, 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 boop. Meta, boop, boop. It's a little short, but let's see. There you go. So you get to here, and then there's a join button. Obviously, I only have these. You click the join button, and you can see all the fun little perks. We got little emojis, and you get a little green little muffin next to your name, and some other fun stuff. I'll figure some of this other stuff out. I want to also have exclusive or like super powered commands. I want it so like when you do send a muffin, it'll recognize that you're a member, and then it'll be like a whole bunch of muffins show up or something. So I want to have like exclusive animations for members. So, because I wanted to do that way long ago, where I wanted like, I was going to do it with super chats, where like if you're a super chat, it would, let's see. I'm just thinking what kind of color I want. It was weird how super chats were with Sammy commands were like, oh well, you have to. It was more like a range to be like, well, if you send $1 or so, then it'll do a certain animation. But I wanted it to be based on which one you wanted. Where I wanted like $1 to be, and then you can choose which one you wanted by typing in the command. But I guess that's not how it works. It was like, it wanted it to be like, well, if you do $1 to $5, then it'll be this animation. And then if you do 5 to 10, that'll be this animation. And I was like, I don't want that. Can't it be like, oh, if you do 1 to 1 million, then you can choose which one you wanted? So, oh well. If iOS on the YouTube app, I think it doesn't work. But if you try on the desktop, like if you do iOS Safari, I'm sorry, I'm not enough. Whatever kind of web browser will work on your device, Apple device. if you open it up in a web browser version and then go to youtube.com and sign in, I think that'll work. I haven't tested it personally. So try that and let me know if that works or not. It is a shame that doesn't seem to, why Apple doesn't want to have YouTube members. I'm honestly not sure what the reasoning behind that. So it would be a little nicer if that worked uniformly, so I could just say, hey, go to it and join and not have to worry about what or not device you're on. It's annoying. Anyway, I'm gonna draw a bike if I know how to draw a bike, which I do not. No, there's some parts that probably make sense, but I don't know. It's gonna be a two-seater bike. Need to have 2 seats, the thingies, and then yeah, try to draw a bike from memory. You can write it pretty easy, but next song. That's calming. So a lot of them hold the stuffs, and then there's things, and then we have derp. Ugh. Let's see. Glad everyone liked my my doodling stream. Everyone was very like, I was scared because like I was like not drawing too well, or my doodles were like stick ponies, and I was like, oh no, everyone's gonna, you know, hate that I'm just drawing really bad. But everyone was super nice. It was like super nice to like hear everyone being like, wow, you draw way better than me, and I'm like, I'm literally just drawing like this. And it's like, oh, thanks. Oh yeah, it doesn't have eyes, so we'll just have the low stuff there. Ears go the other way. There we go. Tandem bike, go! What do I got? I got, hold on. Okay, close enough. Yeah, if you can avoid drawing a vehicle, then do that. I think I drew it in the wrong. Yeah, assuming I'm in background, I should be in storyboard, so I'm just gonna try and cut this out and draw it in the right thingy. Layers are good. Okay, we're good. Yeah, if you can avoid drawing a vehicle, that's why it's good to learn how to 3D model, because then you can try and do a hard surface modeling. That's what it's called, where you can do model vehicles, backgrounds, just regular sets. With the another Derpy test video, I made all the backgrounds, the entire set, like the classroom and the hallway. I 3D modeled all of that because I was like, I wasn't quite sure what kind of shots I wanted, or like the exactness of like angles and such. So I was like, what if I just kind of 3D model it, and then I can have, you know, like a virtual camera, and then I can just kind of move around and be like, how about this angle instead? How about this angle, and try it out, you know, try different things. Hey, let's do bubble blur for a bit, because Toon Boom crashed, because it doesn't like 3D. They could save the last drawing I did, but we'll get back up momentarily. It's because I wanted to show like the different angles more easy. I've heard that I'm using Harmony 22, but I've heard that Harmony 24 is the newest one, and I think 24 has more features for 3D. But I didn't bother to get it, so it's probably better some cases, but I was like, do I want to pay that much for a couple features I might use, you know? Yeah, to start considering stuff like that. Toon seems combine Blender and Obi. Yes. I think that's, well, Blender to the sense that you can literally import 3D models in. Blender is able to do a generalist of 3D. I mean, you can even do regular, like, After Effects, Premiere editing instead of Blender as well. You can't 3D model inside of Toon, I think. So, yeah. Exactly. Blender is 3D, and then Flash/Animate is 2D. Oh no, she's like, whoa, where did Buff go? He's gone. Whoop! Oh. Let's see. If I go here, we'll just extend both of them. There you go. It would appear her eye is still here. We can fix that. Actually, if I get rid of this first. There you go. Okay. So that's gonna happen. I could move the storyboard first panel to 50. That's usually what I do. Usually start the animation at frame 50, just so I have enough time for the puppets to dance. Okay. So I can... Usually I wouldn't put the puppets in just for our sake. I think it's a little more fun to see them. Ugh. I usually would just like add the puppets like once I get the storyboard done, and usually I wouldn't even have the puppets to begin with, you know. When I started another Derpy test, I didn't have Buff Muff to start out with at all, so this is nice doing a... Sequels are nice, just because I don't have to make as much assets. Usually. I think we're good. Okay. So we'll start here, and then we'll continue. Okay. Next frame is storyboard. Get my story out. Okay. Morning, Derpy and Buff Muff riding to Cedar Bike into City. Okay. The other a muffin at a cafe. Okay. So now I gotta draw a cafe and I have to figure out some sort of story there. I could just draw the ones I'm confident in with story-wise. Let's see. I gotta get closer. A little larger canvas. Okay. What do I want? I want like maybe like a behind perspective of Derpy here. Or should it be looking this way? And then table like that, and then a front view. This is why we have the models right next to me, so I could just go and then be like, wow, that's close enough. Yeah. Bop bop. Something like that. Ugh. Let's move these onto another layer, sublayer, and then say don't select multiple layers. So I'm selecting that. Ah. Almost got it. Okay. So I can do this. So I think I want maybe closer. I think they should be about the same height. I can add room. Because I want to add room for the waiter to come in. So, let's see. We'll add another frame here. So I have 2 frames. And then I can draw the waiter here. We'll just kind of show up. And it'll be... What's Jeff look like? I don't know. I just know he's got the kind of... Maybe his eyes are closed. A little... I don't know. That. And then he will somehow fit maybe into all of this. Hopefully he'll fit into frame, and then you'll just deliver the food. Maybe like a... What's the food? I wanted it to be something. It could just be a... Everything's muffin. I don't know how to not do muffin. What else? For now, it's a muffin until I have 2 weeks to figure this out. So it'll just be a fancy muffin on a platter place thing. Until I can figure it out. Cool. I'm just doing like thumbnail sketches of just like concept drawings so that they're not like... Might have like another shot, like an establishing shot before this, or you know, something else I need to like really tell the story. But until then, I'm just gonna rough this in and then figure out the flow and actual design of some of these later. Let's see. You try to make the waiter, not sure what you mean. So what is Jeff doing? Can I quickly look it up? Not that it matters, and I'll probably draw it wrong anyway. Let me just look it up. Slice. Okay, got it. I looked up my old video that I knew. This is why you rely on your old stuff. Because now I can just go, oh, he just has just a hair that just kind of just follows this almost. And then a couple other lines, and then this kind of shine. And then just some sort of hair in the back. I don't know. Figured that out. Okay. So beep beep. And then next is buff airplanes, a muffin piece on fork to Derpy. Derpy misses and chomps on his hair, so that's gotta be tricky. They have to be closer to each other than I think. It's gotta be a short table. So it's gonna be a side view. So we'll have profile of Derpy, and then Derpy. like a tinier nose. And she'll be just so happy. Trying to see if I can draw that little tiny bit there. Ooh. Okay. This will just be like a concept drawing, and then I'll figure out the rest of it. So on this fork is just a piece of the muffin. Where'd they go? Okay. Let's get all of them and just see what this looks like. Sure. Oops, I should. Let's go ahead and cut to a different sublayer. Maybe a little lower. This is where it's like I'm getting too fancy with it. I just need to focus on drawing this and then table. And then there'd be like maybe some background stuff I wanted to do. I don't know, maybe it could just be like some sort of bar type thing back here or something, and then a waiter or something with some stools or something. This makes sense. Just something to fill out the background. Let's see. She can like close her eyes and then like open her mouth. But then she gets like closer. Just trying to select. Like reels up and be like, "You ready? Ha! Open your mouth, ha!" And she's like, "Yeah, yeah, ah, ah," and then like leans, and then like in this one, be the next part, and then let's see what you got. Whatever occurs to me. Okay. Make a background of a city. Yeah. That's kind of like where to go to be in here. Is Adobe. The background. It's going to be like rotating. So this will be kind of like rotating backwards this way with the background. And then there'll be like little vignettes like a tree or something. And then it'll end up with like a big city that they're going into or something, to be like, oh, they're going from the park into the city kind of thing. Does that make sense? So this whole like thing will be kind of rotating across the screen, and they'll be biking towards the next kind of event thing into the city. Yeah. Then it'll be a nice fancy place, and it'll be like, oh, look, a muffin, yay, you ready? And then we'll get to the next part. That's why I put her arm here, is so I can like anchor her into to miss it. And then see if I can rotate some of this. And then, whoa. I need to probably have his whole thing be way lower. Yeah. So he'll be like leaning into it maybe 2. So they'll just get really close. Like, ready? You ready? Be like, oh, you ready for the food? And then bop. And then she then eats some of his hair again. And be like, oh. Oh. Like, what? So it would like be the end of like the first another Derpy test. It's like I have her hand here, and then she like really lean into it, be like, yeah, no, no, no. Yeah. That could be like the joke too. It's like, oh, you were getting so close to kiss. You ready for the food? Oh, maybe we'll lay in trap it. Oh, bluff, and then eat the hair instead. This may not work with the puppets exactly. Maybe she'll have to like eat somewhere up here or something, or I'll have to figure out how much voluminy, how voluminous, voluminous, volume. Molly hair big is, because it could, yeah, I already drew it, but it could just be like from a side view, be more, you know, like this. Okay, I want to draw the eyes, but yeah, it's like from a side. What? Maybe something like that. It should just be like one leg. Like that. You know. Perfect. No. Okay. How we doing? Okay. Checking stats with you guys. Okay. Next is turning on my phone so I can see the thing again. Okay, so they ate at the cafe. Now we're gonna bike back to town. So we'll do this again, but now we'll basically just flip it. So I'll just go in here and add a keyframe here, keyframe there for later. It'll be a secret surprise for later, and flip it. Well, actually, I will have to edit the picture. So I need to flip this. Yeah. Okay. So it went from park to city, cafe, and now we're going from the city cafe into the park. And this will be where the next part is. Okay. Let me just stretch out a little bit. Let me get some water too. Okay. See if I got my glass here. Ooh. Okay. The issue of not showing the eyes, something common. It does make it easier to animate. Whatever, that's why, you know, like Tom and Jerry and like other shows would like not show the humans like from the neck up. Like it'd be like the parents or something, and just be like, just like end here, like Cow and Chicken or something, where like the parents are like first season of Fairly Odd Parents. Like there's a whole bunch of them where like they just don't even show like their head or something. Like it's just like not showing the eyes is also kind of akin to that as well, where it's just like it's a neat kind of hairstyle. Don't think I've seen it in real life, but definitely see it online. So I think it's kind of a little impractical to literally cover your eyes. Okay. Do. Both laying on hill. Okay, so I gotta have the anime laying on a hill, or it's just like whoa, and then let's see what happens in it. And then they hug. Okay, so we'll have. Wow. Let's get it rotates for a sec. Honey Eyes is more of a character design. Yeah, appeal sort of thing. Hidden Parents thing is a gag. Yeah, wonder where that came from then. Any of them. Let's see. It's an appeal thing to not have. Well, I guess like Hello Kitty doesn't have a mouth. Kind of like how Pikmin have. Each Pikmin doesn't have. Only features one facial thing. Like they have different. Like red Pikmin only has a nose. Yellow only has ears, and blue only has a mouth. You know, the limited amount of like facial features, I guess. I think it was Tom and Jerry that did it first. As like a cartoon to not show. Well, I guess it's to be like a perspective thing. To be like, it's the Tom's, perspective is that he's a cat, so like framing wise, you probably wouldn't want to, have that wide of a view every time to show the humans. You only have like a 4x3 screen, so you have a cat, just standing here. You wouldn't want to have this other, way out view of a whole, big human. It's like, what if you just have the screen be this size? Then it could show Tom expression better. Yeah. Anyway, that's different. Whoop. Draw. That's his little hands. And then leggies. There you go. He's just T-posing on the ground now. Meow. Meow. Okay. They'll be looking at the sky. They'll be looking at clouds. That'll be the next thing. Yep. Unselect. Want to move it different. Line. Okay. Yeah, for the application I had to do like still life drawing, and that was hard. I'm just trying to erase this. Had to do traditional drawing. Loop. Lasso. And I learned that not having layers was not fun. Where's my drawings? There they are. Yeah. Kind of like having all of this going on. I know there's so billions of buttons I can be clicking on right now. Yeah, I kind of like having them actually. And having a erase, button that lets me just say, hey, I don't like this line, select and delete it, is something I take for granted a little bit with digital. So maybe just like a soft, like a little. Just like an end of a sigh kind of thing, like. Something like that. What's the meme with the two aliens? And it's like, do you like space? Me too. What was it? I can only remember the Parappa one. Where it's like Sunny and then Parappa. And it's like, do you like space? Do I like space? I don't know. Good. Okay. I just saw my preview that I had to. My preview is catching up to my videos. Must be pretty old because I see the bubble blur happening. So I was making sure. Why am I on the? Okay. I'm sending you to sublayer layer color. Ah. Ah. What happened? I was looking. I can't see the muffin happen when I don't have the preview on. Select. I think L is changing my layers instead of doing lasso. Interesting. That's not good. I'll just have to do it this way. Oh, now we're good. I must have got stuck somehow. What do I want? I want maybe a little lower. What's my rule? I can turn on rule of thirds here. Try and flip it out. Okay. Muffin cloud doesn't sound good, actually. Muffin cloud means a little something different. Actually, that could be a joke. Be like, wow, look, a muffin cloud. Oh. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm right. But mushroom cloud is what I was thinking of. They're kind of the same shape, aren't they? I'll draw it next. Or like in the distance, you just see this big plume. You're like, wow. Wow. Oh, look. Oh, wow. Look at that. Oh, it's beautiful. Look at that over there. Wow. Wow. Look at that. Whoa. Look at that. Oh. I don't know. Ow. Yeah, I deserve that. Whoa, I'll keep this as a drawing, but I don't know. Yeah. Oh no. It's getting out of hand. Every point I lay on Martian cloud, I think this is a big moment of moments when he's popping out of his hair. Not sure if I want to do that. Look, it's just a big cloud and it just looks like a muffin. Wow. Muffin cloud, whoa. Oh, wow, look at that. Okay. Whoa. Wow, crazy. Whoa. Okay. Okay, good. That one got me. Yeah, we can still have the point, I guess. We can have stuff pointed out, being like, whoa, look at that. Just to home it closer, I guess. I need a smaller wrist. Whoa, look at that. Whoa. And this could be like drifting a little over or something, you know, going in direction or something. Have the clouds kind of move a little. Okay. This is like his arm veins. Yeah, my lasso, it's not working anymore. So there's like 4 sub-layers, so I have to keep managing to be like, oh, it's on the L layer. But sometimes when I press L, it changes to be C layer. It's like my swap between. Ugh. Look at that. Whoa. Look at that. Whoa, that's crazy. Bop, 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 bop. Whoa. And then we'll go back to here. And we'll adjust it. Adjust it. I have them in the same position. And then we'll have Derpy React. See, I keep messing that up. Just select instead of lasso. Let's get it work. Okay. To like, I don't know. So I could make it like huge, like whoa, whoa, or it could just be whoa. Having her like look up, kind of thing, and just be like, wow. Starry eyes, okay. I have to draw stars now. Ugh. Something like that. Does that work? So what I usually do is that I would just change the, at least in another Derpy test, like I changed her in this section here, and like I made this into like a heart. So I can change this into like some sort of sparkle or something. Wherever I drew it is. There it is. Yeah. And then change this. I think there might be a stamp that's a star. I don't know. I'll have to draw it, don't I? Whoa. Let's do a little smaller. I just want to see what it looks like. Okay. This colors in. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's pretty good actually. It's a pretty good start too. Okay. And then they can like twinkle or something. I think, yeah, I do have to. They're not synced because I think some of the other ones are synced together. Some of the symbols. So let's go over here and paste it in. And these are objects, so I could just go pop, 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 pop. You know, kind of like rotate them or something. And then, oh yeah, there's no mouths. I'll have to add the mouths back in, but yeah. Oh yeah, this little one's for a jaw, so I can do this. I think I used it for like one tiny section to have like her jaw kind of like chew or something. I don't know. Or like I had her mouth like open a lot, so I wanted the jaw to also move. That's not bad. Yeah, thanks for the idea. I could definitely like maybe use this for other stuff too, where I can have these be muffin shaped as well or something. To be like, wow. Is there any other shows or any other kind of media do you think does something? I'm probably not this where it's the highlights, but I can think of like other animes where like they always like change the whole pupil, you know, here into a star or something, like a big expression. This definitely is more subtle. I'm glad people did pick up on it. With another Derpy test, I saw some comments that were like, haha. When I changed it to like a little heart, they were like, oh, that's cute. That's a cute little detail. Oh, you made the little highlight into a heart for certain scenes. So glad people did pick up on it, and I guess it looks pretty fun. Yeah. Definitely don't want to overuse it too much, so probably just use it for something like this, for having a big, like, you know, thing like that. Big, like, oh! It's like a super powered thing, ability to change. Because the thing about this is that it's only a highlight, so it's like, imagine like the reflection of your eye changing shape. That's completely, you know, doesn't make sense, I guess, but yeah, that, I guess, the same for like having your entire eyeball turn it into a shape too. Oh well. That is both parts. Yeah. Okay. So you're like, wow. Okay. Let's give it a check. Look at that. Wow. I'm checking my notes. Derpy is happy. And then curls close to buff. I think they're supposed to be a little closer. But I think his shoulders is going to make him like 3 times bigger than here. And then they curl up. And then the end. Could the end, like... Well, we'll get to that. We'll add another thing here. Hang on, my whole app moved. Okay. I just want to select. And we'll have her so like she's... Could just delete her and then move her over a little bit. All I need to see one page back. I want her to kind of like get close, but like I don't know if this kind of posing will get weird. So he needs to be more like just flat on his back, but then she can like just kind of like rotate, I guess, on her side. What is this color? Oh, it's my highlight color. Just kind of like rotate maybe a little bit on her side, I guess. So it's be like her more 3/4, I guess, view. And I guess she could just kind of like... Arm can still be here. And then 3/4. And then just kind of... Just really tappy. Kind of a thing. Get rid of line. Ah, there you go. You ever just kind of like roll over, sort of a thing? I think your arm should be. Ugh. A little bit more still out. And then how will he'll react? Maybe like just like a little bit of a different kind of smirk, I guess, to be like, yeah. And I guess he could put his arm down. Be more just kind of like just lay it flat out. More relaxed. just down. Yeah. And then he can kind of like rotate a little bit, his head a little bit. I can like just kind of move a couple things down like that, and then his head is gonna be. Ugh. And then just kind of rotate a little bit, just kind of like, see it like just kind of small like rotatey. Something like that. And then it ends with, could just fade out, would probably be one of the simplest, or it could be, oh, well, what we did in not a Derpy sense was that it was a pinhole, where it was like black and then, what do I got? Need a new one. So we have a big circle here. And then big square, and then just fill this in. Pew pew, and then new, and then fill this in. So it'll go to black. Be like boop, 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 kind of a thing. Okay, that's the rough of it. How are we doing? I don't think it took an hour or less, or so, yeah. And then it'll like pinhole back up, back to here. And for the second version, I'll have it so like they're maybe Derpy's in front, and then have the second version where this is flipped or something, and have the waiter be someone different. Make it be a spork, you know, there's all these little tiny differences I can do to make it interesting. Yeah, it is pretty short, but I think I'm only going to have like 2 weeks really now to do this, so as well as I want to finish my game, as well as do regular day work, do my 8 to 5 job, and then come home and then try to work on this, so don't need this to be super complex. I think this will just be really cute short thing. Let's see. So I could just play this. That's still pretty fast. Can I not do 2 frames a second? There we go. Welcome. How you doing? 2 frames a second is still really fast. But yeah, welcome. Got the rough of it done. But what do you think of this? It is pretty short. But I think I can extend a lot of these scenes. You know, like the bike scene could be like, you know, 5 seconds or something, which still sounds short, but yeah, that still sounds short. But we can have like some sort of intermediate shot, you know. Could be like, I don't know if you need a, do you need a, what's it called, establishing shot of them walking into the cafe, you know, because there could be another, this is where it's like, well, now I got this as a skeleton, now I can add more meat into it, where it's like, I could go in and say, hey, you know, and then draw another, you know, establishing of like, because then I have to draw the actual cafe, and I'm not sure if I want to do that as well. So now a little bike rack, and I'll put the bike thing. Oh god. Bike there. Yeah. I'm thinking I don't want to do this. Just because it's a lot of work and it's just like, well, can't we just cut to here? Where it's like, oh, we're traveling and now we're here. You know. There could be some more time here where they could just be hanging out or talking or something. There could be a little bit more. Maybe like another shot before here, you know? That is true. I could use the whole 3D set from the cafe. I was thinking of that one when I drew this, yeah. That'd be a nice reuse. I wonder if I should do that, yeah. And then just have the taller buildings. Make sure they're like this. There you go. That's a good idea. Yeah, if I choose to do that, I think the cafe did have a interior, but I think I made that only in 2D Flash background. Let's see. I'm just gonna watch my own video. I don't remember. Really, it's faster to find it on YouTube than my own files. I'm already halfway there. Yeah, here we go. Let's watch along my own video. Yeah, so I do have all of this. And then juice. So I can reuse some of this. Especially, well, this is all, everything here is a 3D background. So I could definitely use this. And then we got the orange cafe. Yeah, I was just thinking of this. And then we just kind of, then we could just change that. Yeah, see, so the fun thing about this is that I think everything inside is 2D. And everything outside of the windows is a 3D model that then I blurred out. So it's like taking a 3D, render a 2D plate of the 3D image and putting it behind. But everything inside here is actually 2D. So I could, everything here, yeah. Then I had everything outside is 3D, so all of that was taking a 3D animation render of my camera moving, and then having everything inside be 2D, and then just kind of sliding them, hopefully at a good enough timing-wise and space and scale and everything. But yeah, reuse some of these seats. I think I want to redesign it. I don't know. I think I want a different kind of diner. I'm thinking more coffee shop kind of feel. This is like port diner, retro diner. Rather than it being, yeah, just a regular cafe, coffee shop. Yeah, so when I finish the movie and complete all the chapters, I plan to go back through and make a complete version, a director's cut. So I'll have the opportunity to fix most of this and then go back into the story. So, which is not what we needed for right now. So I could, so for the final director's cut, I'm thinking of maybe making everything inside also a 3D model, and maybe remixing some of the design so it's a little, just looking at this is like I wanted to add more stuff going on here, maybe make the table less wide. All this little tiny stuff that I'm like looking at now and I'm like, oh, that's, I can fix that. So that is good idea, Star Cookie. Sorry. So I guess it's Star giving me ideas too. Cookie's idea to reuse some of the cafe stuff. Problem is that I only really have the outside as a 3D model. Not that it needs to not be a 3D model, but I would have to like take everything from here and then port it. I do like having 3D backgrounds. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I'll have to, yeah, once I figure out like most of this of how it's gonna look a little bit more succinctly, then I'll go in and, where did it flip? Oh yeah. I'll have to go in and like make sure that everything composition wise, what do I want? Because right now I'm just trying to spitball ideas, and then once I kind of lock in mostly exact shots I need, then I can figure out if I want to do 3D or 2D backgrounds, because it'll be, then I can weigh the time investment to be like, well, the cafe could be 2 shots, 1, 2, or if I decide like, oh, maybe I'd want like 10 more shots, then and if they're like more complex angle shots, maybe I do want to invest the time to then do the 3D. So there's a lot of little stuff like that that's like, well, what do I want, what do I need, and how much time do I have to do it? So then that kind of determines how I'm gonna go about it. So I'm just thinking about stuff like that. Don't need to think about that now per se, but it will be a factor once I start having to start making all the assets and stuff. So yeah. Yeah. Yeah, once this is in color, it'll make more sense. So I'm trying to figure out what or not I need. It'd be cute to have a little thing. Is it any, you know, animation school be like, well, where's your establishing shot? You know, dock 5 points off. So I'm just trying to think of that. Of like, what would a traditional director say? You know, if Star Wars started, you know, on inside of the pizza-shaped spacecraft thing, would you know that this was a space movie, you know, without the first shot of it being in space? So stuff like that is like, it's a little important for just to like set the tone, I guess, and figure things out. And otherwise you're just skipping between a whole bunch of slideshow kind of thing. It's like a really bad, like like someone's just showing you like a whole bunch of pictures of like a trip that you went on, and it's like, oh yeah, we were at the beach, and then here's the next shot of us in the hotel, and it's like, oh okay, now we're in doing this here, and it's like, wait, how, okay, you know, you have to like mentally be like, okay, now we're here, oh okay, you know. Yeah, I can see it both ways, to skip it or not. I was just more concerned like whether or not I needed to also animate them walking into the cafe. That was my also big concern of whether or not I want them to actually be here and then they walk in. I think it'll work without, but I think at this point I might just wanna, I'm just exploring the dots of like whether or not I want to, maybe, and then we can decide whether or not. So I think I'll probably get rid of it, but I just wanted to humor the idea first before shutting it down completely. But yeah, so we're just gonna travel in and we're just inside already, then yeah. So all these little interactions be much longer. Ow. Oh, I saw in a preview that I should open my OBS to be where I am live. That's not like that's not my preview from like 20 minutes ago. That it was now. I just saw the muffin drawn at me. Okay. Welcome back over. I think we're pretty good on the basics. It'll just be now kind of fleshing this out. Honestly, I'm kind of tired. I think I just want to be done for today. We got the storyboard. That's what the title was. Yay. We're good. I just had a rough, long week where I spent Thursday. I had a day off from work, so I was able to focus on the application where they wanted a lot for the portfolio, where they wanted like 10 to 15 pieces. And I was like, I don't have that much. Oh no. So I spent pretty much since I woke up on Thursday morning all the way to like pretty much midnight, I was working on the artwork for the portfolio. And then Friday was also stressful because I needed to get it done by today. Saturday morning, I needed to get it done before Saturday. So I spent all Friday after work just staying up, getting the rest of it done, and then applying, submitting it. So I got it submitted, so that was a big thing. But yeah, I think I'm just tired now. I'm just realizing that, oh my god, I'm too tired now. We got this done, that I think I'm good. I think we'll just have a nice chill stream. That I don't want to overwork myself right now. So, but yeah, I'll continue with this. In the meantime, not sure if we'll do another stream of this next week, because I either will be too far into it that I might be doing something that might not be too interesting, or just like in the weeds of stuff and just working on something or something else. Yeah, because I also want to work on the video game, the snowball game, as well. I haven't worked on that in a couple weeks, so I want to work on that as well. So I'm just kind of sleepy at this point. Yeah. So we'll go to towards the time now. Sorry for being short. So I want to find a button to take a shower. Hang on. No peeking. Hold on. Resetting my V2 model. That takes a lot of work. Okay. I gotta brush my tail down. There we go. Okay. Yeah, my mental health and physical health at this point is looking pretty low. They could be a little better. But yeah, I've been staying up too late, and then having to wake up relatively early the next day. So I've just been super drained this whole week. So yeah. Again, I'm not sure what that we'll do next week. I wanted to do the Lego Mario set today, but I don't think I was gonna be able to do that. I think that'd be a little bit too much more concentration. That actually requires, you know, much more actual skill, or just actually the comprehending what I'm doing good. So maybe we'll do that next week. There's some stuff I wanted to jazz up the stream a little bit, because I have to like figure out how I'm gonna do it logistically for the Lego stream, because I had to do it hand cam, want to webcam, so I need to figure out how to set up the camera. I haven't done any tests with it yet to know if I can do it. I didn't want to like wake up this morning and then be like trying to figure out like, oh, do I want the camera here? Is this good enough? Do I need it to be taller? So hopefully this week I'll also have time to figure that out and do some tests. So I'm not sure whether or not the instructions are inside of the boxes. It's the Super Mario Lego robot one, and then I got a smaller set that has Mario's house, and then I got a huge one that's Mario and Yoshi in Super Mario World pixel style. So we'll just take those one at a time, build up to it, yeah, and build up to the larger projects as we go. So might not do it all at once. I don't know if one stream will be completing the whole thing or not. How fast I'll go, I don't know. I think the first box has like 200 pieces, so That'd be more than 2 pieces per minute if I do it for 2 hours to get it done. So that's not probably gonna happen. So it's probably gonna take way longer than that. Maybe like a 4 or 5 hour thing. And I don't think I can probably... I don't think I could do that, and one of my parents will be like, oh, I have to be quiet for that long? I don't know about that. So right now my mom is, she's been coughing. She's been sick for a long time. It's nothing serious, but it's like just very constant, like every 10 seconds she coughs. So having to like shut her in her bedroom way far away from me is for too long is gonna be bad for her if I do a long stream like that. She likes to respect me and very nicely, very graciously wants to make sure that she's not coughing into my mic so that we can have a nice stream together. But yeah, anyway, it's released late. Well, later than when I expected it. Didn't expect Godot engine for the video game to be... I mean, I expected it to be tricky, but I didn't expect it to be this kind of challenge. Because I only know like 1% or less of Godot engine at this point, so I'm just like another design things of just how to logistically just make the screen work. So I haven't really got farther than what I showed you a couple weeks ago, where it's just like the ball moves, but then how do I make the mountains stay? Or do I have to make a giant mountain? But I want it to be endless, so it has to be some way to repeat itself. So stuff like that, I haven't even figured out how to do that. So I haven't even done any of the rest of the game stuff of, you know, there's no obstacles, there's no menus, there's no upgrades, no achievements, no nothing. So might have to work on probably around that at this point. If I don't know how to make the background work. So looking to maybe get the game done, I guess, when it's ready. At this point, can't really say a release date, just because I don't know when I'll have the time now, because I'm working on Valentine's Day video. If I make it as short as it is right now, then it probably could get done in maybe like a week or less. Especially now because I got the puppets pretty much set up, so that's a huge thing. That always is what takes the human videos forever, is I'd have to create the human base puppets from scratch just for that video. So I'm glad I'm actually making a sequel just so I can reuse those puppets I spent way too long on to get them pretty good. I'm pretty happy with them too. Oh yeah, I'm also thinking of having them be redesigned with their costumes, because with another derby tester at school, so they have their backpacks and sort of school uniforms almost. So I think for this date one, they'll be wearing like more casual kind of clothes. Took their backpacks off. Never be more. I don't know whether I want it to be like more casual or smart casual or dressy or something. I don't know. What do you think? Should I have it be like full on Derpy in a dress or something? That'd be cute. I don't know. Maybe like a spring flowy kind of dress. Something like Fluttershy wears and Quester Girls or something. Something like that, like a long dress. Nice spring dress. Or summer dress, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I was just thinking of like having like a slightly different design to wear clothes or something. That'd be cute. I don't know if she would actually wear it. Yeah. Maybe I'll post some designs and you guys can help me later on. Or it'll be a surprise and you can, yeah, see when I upload it. Yeah. Ooh, let me get some more water and then see if there's anything else. Okay, so I see ya. Yes. She is wearing a t-shirt already, so I'm just thinking that that'd be pretty simple to actually change. Yeah. Yeah, maybe Buff Muff. He has a huge amount of space. He's got big real estate to put something on his shirt. Yeah, I can start designing something like that. Some sort of... I don't really know what would... We'll have to like start from like the basis of like what Buff Muff's cutie mark would be. Would probably be the most simplest way of asking. I don't know. Like what would his natural talent or what his focus would be? Because he's just kind of like the gag character to just be like, oh, his hair is funny. Not realizing him as a full character. I have to make like a character sheet at this point to like figure this out. Yeah. Yeah, maybe he's into fashion or something. I mean, it could be complete, you know. I was thinking like, oh, he could be a baker so that Derpy and Buff can then cook together in something. But if opposites attract, and maybe he could be something. I mean, in the Equestria Girls movies, Derpy and the white pony with blonde hair. Yeah. I can only think of Roy something. Whatever his name was. They seem to be kind of together, a lot of scenes together. So maybe I just subconsciously was like, oh, maybe Derpy likes big men. I don't know. Yeah. Roy Rage? What's the other? Snowflake. Snowflake, I think, is the Hasbro name. It's not like Hasbro will be like, oh yeah, Roid Rage. Let's put that on our toys. I think Snowflake and Derpy were seen together a lot in the movies. So maybe my Buff Muff can be similar to that. He already has to build, so I guess he can just kind of be a bodybuilder, I guess. Or whatever that is, you know. Yeah, I'll have to make a character sheet to see what I want, because then I can then make his costume kind of reflect that, you know. And then do some joke with that, I guess. Yeah. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, and I guess we'll wrap it up. I'm gonna go probably take a nap, honestly, after this. I've just been so overly stretched out that I've just been staying up too much. It's not like I stayed up too much, like, into the night, but it was definitely hard for me to just go to sleep. So I think on Friday morning night, so Thursday night, I think I got about 6 hours of sleep before I had to go to work. So, and then I stayed up a little bit Friday night, so I slept at only like a little bit today, this morning. So yeah, I'm a little sleep deprived, whatever that's called. So so I'm gonna probably just get a snack and just take a nap after this, and probably not try and do too many more complex computer stuff, because I think I honestly just need a break. I'll just watch TV and actually hang out and not try to do. I think I spent the last 20 hours on a computer where I did an application of new artworks, where I made a whole bunch of like Photoshop drawings and still life drawings, and then I did do like 8 hours of trophy work, and then I came home and then kept working on the application, and then I woke up today and then did an hour of this. So that was only the last of it too, where spent the rest of the month working on it, all the application stuff. So I'm pooped. So yeah, I'm gonna take a good break. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I probably shouldn't work again today. I don't know. So I'll see you guys next week. We'll probably do the Lego if I figure out how to do it camera wise, and then yeah. So eventually we'll have to go back to chapter 7 in Paper Mario, and then there's still a chapter 8 after that, so we're still not quite done with Paper Mario quite yet. Excuse me. So we'll have to find time for that. And yeah, I guess that means that, because February 14th is a Friday, so we'll figure out whether or not we want to do something special for that on the next day, or just go back to Paper Mario and just forget that Valentine's exists. So we'll figure out what we'll do from next week for more streams. But yeah. Yep. See you, Cookie. Thank you, Over Horizon, for being a member. Thank you, everyone who joined in. Thank you, Judd and Sasha, and Helio and everyone else, and Judd and everyone else who just joined and didn't say anything. Thank you much. Glad you're using those emojis to good use. I'll also have to figure out how to add more, add the animations for Sammy animations. So like when people draw the muffins, members be able to like send a different kind of muffin animation, or a different basin, or a different screen shake or something. So they'll be exclusive to members, so it'll have more powerful effects, I guess. Like a screen shake could be like much more violent, or the screen flip could be spinning around more, you know, just more take what I have but then up it a little bit. So but yeah, oops, that's a pretty good music dropout. All right, thank you guys, thank you so much. Yep, I'll see you next week, and maybe we'll work on the Lego stuff if I can figure that out, how to do that. So yeah, thank you guys. All right, bye bye, thank you, yay. All right, see ya.